I'm not, I've heard, they can't get a deal done with Tank. I've heard the venues.
The highly anticipated 2024 Gervonta Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach showdown has imploded amid shocking reports of a fierce fallout between Tank and the IBF. What went wrong in this blockbuster fight that had fans on the edge?
So he turns around and he says to PBC, right, how much am I getting for this fight? And they go, well, obviously, we'll have to see how it does, like the gate and on the pay-per-view. And he goes, well, I'm not fighting if I'm not getting X, because Eddie Hearn offered me $15 million to fight Conor.
Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach's electrifying premier boxing champions clash might be slipping away. Rumors are blazing that the fight's future hangs by a thread, with Dan Rafael reporting sources split at 50-50. The mysterious holdup. Houston's Toyota Center hasn't even confirmed it on the calendar, adding fuel. Eddie Hearn has exposed a brewing issue in fight payouts. Tank pocketed bigger checks for softer opponents than he's being offered now. Could this blockbuster showdown already be unraveling before fans even get to see it?
And I'm not even saying it's the PBC's fault, because they couldn't deliver him a big fight, but it's a tough fight, kind of. And he'll be saying, well, like this is a tougher fight than, who's the guy who boxed last time? Frank Martin. And I got, I don't know, 15 million to fight Frank Martin, and you're telling me I'm only going to get 5 or 6 to fight this guy? I'm not fighting for 5 or 6 million.
Boxing experts are buzzing with bold predictions for the December 14th showdown between Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach. Eddie Hearn hints Davis chose Roach as top contenders were unavailable. But could this underdog pull off a stunning upset?
Roach is a good fighter. And if you know your boxing, you know it's a good fight, but he is a super featherweight. He's much smaller than Tank. But, I don't think it's a bad fight, but it's gone down terribly because no one knows who Lamont Roach is. But it's, what were the options for Tank, really? He doesn't want to fight Shakur, and Shakur got...
Gervonta Davis's potential rivals like Edwin de los Santos, Andy Cruz, Keyshawn Davis, and Raymond Muratalla are no bigger draws than Lamont Roach. Choosing any wouldn't have spiked pay-per-view sales. Eddie Hearn revealed to Fight Hub TV the intense backlash despite Roach's skills. Fans feel let down expecting a superstar opponent for Davis. Hearn admitted this fight doesn't meet the high expectations Tank's status has created.
Everybody hates the fight, but Lamont Roach is a good fighter. But the problem is no one knows who he is. And I think with, Tank's position in the sport, people want him to be in the big fights, and it's not a big...
Frustration with the Gervonta Davis vs Lamont Roach fight runs deep. It's not just Roach's lack of fame, but hardcore boxing fans know Roach and still find this matchup underwhelming. Davis's team has been calculated, perhaps overly cautious, aligning him with lesser-known fighters to safeguard his undefeated record. But this strategy may be hurting his career earnings. Eddie Hearn noted unavailable opponents like Devin Haney and the lost Ryan Garcia rematch, admitting the buzz won't be huge. While calling it a decent fight, fans expected far bigger names for Tank, creating serious disappointment around this clash.
Garcia rematch isn't there. Pitbull Cruz got beat, and that was definitely the fight I think they were going to make. Valenzuela's not ready. So, all in all, I get it, but it's just not going to do big numbers because it's not a fight that people are aware of. Is actually...
Gervonta Davis, the undefeated knockout powerhouse with 30 wins and 28 knockouts, is set to defend his WBA lightweight title against Lamont Roach, the 25-11 WBA super featherweight champ with 10 knockouts. This will be Davis's second 2024 fight after his victory over Frank Martin in June. While Robert Garcia praised Davis's unpredictable knockouts and crowd-drawing power, he's eager for Tank to face tougher opponents. Meanwhile, Greg Hackett, who's trained with Roach in Philadelphia, insists Roach is fully prepared for this challenge. Fans are buzzing with mixed emotions as this fight could land just days before the Tyson Fury versus Oleksandr Usyk mega fight.
What do you think about Lamont Roach and him?
Oh man, that's a good fight. That's a real good fight. I would love to see that. That's a scrappy. That'll be a scrappy.
The boxing world is electrified over the Gervonta Tank Davis vs Lamont Roach showdown. Some experts are hinting at an upset as Roach jumps from super featherweight to challenge Davis for the WBA lightweight title on December 14th. This is Roach's moment. If he wins, he faces a weight class dilemma within 5 days. But if he loses, he must defend his super featherweight title in 120 days.
So it looks like Gervonta Tank Davis is going to bring up 130-pounder Lamont Roach, look like they got some type of special permission from the sanctioning bodies to be able to bring him up, and you know he'd be able to hold his title and Tank defend his 135 title versus Lamont Roach.
Sugar Talks Najee fired back at critics of the Gervonta Davis vs. Lamont Roach fight, saying fans can't complain because Roach is a real champion, and revealed Vasyl Lomachenko dodged Davis. Najee insists Davis and Roach intense amateur history fuels this clash, while coach Kenny Ellis confirmed Davis dominated every time they met, including in sparring. Ellis assured fans Tank shows up when it counts, reminding them Roach is no joke with 7 national titles. Don't miss this showdown. Hit that subscribe button.